Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here again, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, just ring the bell. Today I wanted to share with you a recipe that I've been doing for the last 8 years. If you don't know, my husband is from Argentina, and empanadas are like a very well-known traditional dish from Argentina. So when we met and when we started dating 8 years ago, and he popped the question and I say, I do, then that sealed the deal. But the question wasn't, would you marry me? The question was, do you know how to make empanadas? And I say, yes, I do. If I'm honest, at the time I was just lying. I have never cooked empanadas before, but I learned. I talked with my mother-in-law. I did all the work. So today I have you a quick and easy version of what the real empanadas are in Argentina, because it's considered an art. They even have like a method of how to cut the meat. So I know that nowadays we don't even have the time to do everything from scratch, like the masa and all of that. So I wanted to share with you a way that I do the empanadas whenever I'm on a rush and I just want to have some snack if I have people over, and they work every time. I just wanted to say also, these are not vegan, just because, yeah, Argentinian empanadas, they're not vegan. That would be like a sin if I do it vegan. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's get started. So the first thing you need to do is preheat your oven to 400 degrees. So when our empanadas are ready to be cooked, the oven is already warm and ready, and it's not gonna take us as long. Number 2, I already cooked my chicken, and this can be the most simple thing. You just grab a chicken from the supermarket and you boil it in water with salt and pepper. That's all I did. And then it comes like this. If you don't have the time to cook the chicken from scratch, nowadays in most of the supermarkets you can get like already baked chicken that you can just I don't know how to say that in English, but you understand what I'm saying. So you turn it into this. Step number 3, you have to buy, this is the express version of the empanadas, because these you can make masa from scratch. And I'm sure they're healthier and they're better. I'm just giving you the express way. So I got these in Walmart, and you can get them in pretty much any store now. These are usually on the frozen aisle. So as soon as I bought them, like if I go this morning, I will put them outside, like just here on the countertop, so they will defrost, because you want them to be soft to put the filling in it. So that would be step number 3, have your empanada disc ready. Now you have to decide what's your filling. Today we're gonna do chicken with vegetables. You can think about pretty much any stuffing that you want. You can do spinach and cheese, you can do meat, bacon, you can do sausage with vegetables, like pretty much anything. So let's get our filling ready. You will need to chop 2 to 3 heads of garlic. I'm planning to do 20 empanadas, and this is usually the amount that I use of garlic, and maybe just 1 thick slice of onion, very well chopped as well. And I usually don't use oil when I'm cooking on a pan, so I just added a little bit of water. It's heating, and I'm gonna add the garlic and the onion and let it steam. Once the garlic and the onion are heating, we need to decide what kind of vegetables we're gonna put into our filling. And this is another part where you usually can save some time. Depends on what you want. Ideally, we would chop the vegetables from scratch, have them steamer in there, which will take probably 20 to 25 minutes. If you're in a rush, again, you have 2 options. You can do canned vegetable, or you can do frozen vegetables. Either or. Of course, I would rather to do it from scratch, but today I'm showing you how to do it on express mode. So I think I'm gonna go with canned vegetables. Only remember, whenever you use canned products, even from beans or chickpeas or vegetables, always rinse them well with water, because the preservatives that they have inside of here can really upset the stomach sometimes and cause inflammation and bloating, if you know what I mean. So rinse them very good. Once the garlic and the onion are almost translucent, we're gonna add the vegetables. And again, it doesn't matter what kind of vegetables you want to do with your empanadas with. And I don't want them to be super hot, You're just gonna give it like a little stir, and you're gonna add the chicken right away. Then you're gonna add the salt. There's not a right measurement. I guess it depends of what you like, and you can try a little bit of this. I can't because it has chicken, but I will try whatever is on the pan and see how much salt does it need it, if it was too little or too much, and just follow your instinct. And add the pepper as well. Then I will add the olives just because it gives the empanadas like a special flavor. And you add the olives to the filling. Give it one last stir. One of the earlier steps is to boil 2 eggs. And you want to do that at the beginning, so by the time that you are putting everything together and chopping those eggs, they're not as hot, because that's gonna make the masa be very soft. And also, this is the whole point of the express empanadas. Even though we're using a pan to put all the ingredients together and try to like mix them up, you don't want to overheat them, because then you have to wait for the filling to be a little bit cold so you can put it inside the masa. Try to keep everything like room temperature so you can fold those empanadas faster and just put them in the oven. Now that you have the filling ready, it's time to make the empanadas. And for that, you're gonna need a bowl with just plain water, because you're gonna need that to like manipulate the masa a little bit better. You're gonna need a spoon to help you serve the filling, and then a fork, and that's gonna help us seal the masa corners from the empanada. Let's get to it. What you're gonna do first is you're gonna grab one of the empanada disco and put it in a clean plate, and you're gonna scoop some of that filling and place it right in the center. The more you do, the more familiar you're gonna be with the amount of filling that you have to put in there, so it doesn't look so stuffed or it's not like empty. I will usually start with whatever looks good and then go from there. So you're gonna bend it like a taco, and you're gonna dip your fingers, wash your fingers first, dip your fingers in the water and just put a little bit of that water right around the edges of the empanada and close it by pressing the 2 ends. Once the empanada is closed, and this is what you're gonna use the fork for, you're just gonna use the tip of that fork and press around the whole empanada, making sure you get both of the sides, so you're making them one, and then you have your little empanada ready. And I'm gonna place them here, next one. Try to get a little bit of all the ingredients in each empanada, like a little bit of olive, a little bit of chicken and egg, so you get the taste in all of them. The first empanadas that I did, I messed up some of the disc, so don't worry, you just have to play around with it. If you wanna go fancier with the decoration and instead of using a fork, what you can do is just like bend that first tip and then just go from there, tipping inside. I mean, this is more professional. This is like level 2, so get familiar with level 1 and then we'll talk about going to number 2. I think empanadas is such a great recipe also to cook with kids, because the filling, it's not hot, so they can really manipulate the filling without burning themselves. And also the part of like folding the masa and trying to be creative with the dough, I think it's very fun as well. Once you have your empanadas ready on your tray, you will need an egg. This is not cooked, it is raw. We are gonna need the yellow part of the egg, and we're gonna apply that on top of the empanadas so they become more crunchy. And I'm gonna use this, which is very helpful. I'm just gonna dip the egg onto my little brush, and I'm gonna brush a little bit empanadas. It doesn't have to be a lot, it's just like a thin layer of egg. You're gonna put them in the oven for 20 minutes. When I was cooking my second batch of 10 empanadas, I ran off of chicken. So yeah, I don't have anything more in the pan. And I have 3 empanada discs left. And this is when I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do with this disc? So I have vegan sausage in my fridge, and I have some hash brown potatoes. They don't have salt, nothing. So I'm gonna do a little potato vegan bacon on the skillet and fill those 3 empanadas. Let's see how that goes. I added some spinach too to the hash brown and vegan bacon, and it looks good, it smells good, so I'm just gonna do those 3 empanadas. I ended up adding 10 more minutes on the oven, so instead of being 20 minutes, I did 30 minutes on the empanadas. So we have our empanadas ready. I'm not gonna eat this because they have eggs and chicken, and again, I'm vegan, but my husband is gonna eat all of them, like in 3-4 days, but they're gonna be gone. The good thing about the empanadas too is that you can eat them cold, and you can put them in the fridge and then eat it next day, and they will taste very good. It's like pizza, you know? Some people like cold pizza, same thing with the empanadas, or you can reheat them in the oven as well. I hope you enjoy making empanadas with me. Please comment below if you want any more recipes. I would love to share with you what I've learned in my Mexican and Argentina background, and also now that I live in the South, in Georgia, I can maybe do some vegan dishes. I was planning to make the vegan option from the classic Southern food. So that's coming soon. I hope you make the empanadas too. You can send me pictures to my Instagram. I would love to see them. Thank you again for being here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. See you next Friday. Bye. I'm gonna post videos in English every Friday.